Hey everybody, Armand here, Chi Skills. Welcome to this podcast. Today we are talking about the relationship between Tai Chi and Qigong and why it's so important that if you want to learn Tai Chi, that you learn Qigong first. That's the thing we're talking about today.
Yeah, that's interesting. So why is that you want to practice Qigong first?
Well, the risk is that if you start with Tai Chi immediately without understanding the correct internal principles, that the Tai Chi becomes empty. And it becomes something that sort of mimics Tai Chi, but completely misses what's happening on the inside. And without that, you can never reach the full potential of this Tai Chi. And the sad thing is, for a lot of Tai Chi classes, this is the reality, right? You join a class and you come in, and they're probably immediately in form training and right, like a young style long form or whatever, or any form. But the Qigong will give you the foundation of what's also being expressed in Tai Chi, right? It uses the same framework. So that's why it's so important to first work on this framework and understand what is really necessary. What are these levels that you're working through in Tai Chi? What is it we're looking for in Tai Chi, right?
Yeah.
For a lot of people, this is already a relaxing thing. They're in a group and they're doing slow movements, etc. So I'm not criticizing this, but the sad thing is that it can miss the full potential of it.
Yeah.
It
can be much more than.
It can be mind blowing actually.
Yeah.
So that's what we're looking for. We're looking for some magic here, right? We're looking for something that's unique to Tai Chi, unique to internal training, because it's not. This is not only about Tai Chi. I mean, Tai Chi is obviously a very popular thing. It's huge, but this goes also for maybe you start with a Wing Chun training or something. Yeah. In the Wing Chun practice, also the internals are also missed a lot of the time. So. But Tai Chi is a little bit a different animal. A lot of people are in it for a lot of different reasons, right? For relaxation and that sort of thing. So, but I hope this is clear. We need a framework first before we start with Tai Chi.
And can we go into the framework a little bit? So. Yeah,
of course. So, Qigong itself, I mean, a lot of people are familiar with Qigong exercises like apocates or things like that. And there's many Qigong forms, but this is not per se the Qigong framework. I mean, it's part of it. There's specific exercises that help you move through different levels, reaching something. So when I'm talking about Qigong here, I'm talking about this larger thing. Yeah. And that's that's a thing we call internal alchemy. And we're exploring all the frequencies of what we are. So we have physical.
Yeah.
Right? This very specific physical thing. We have vital energy that we're going to learn how to tune into. Then we're going to learn how to transform that into Qi. What's the difference there? Then we have the mental plateau. So we're climbing this energy frequency scale, if you will, step by step, and exploring that. And from there, we can even go further beyond us, going into emptiness, understanding Wuji, or Akasha, as it's also called, light training. So it's an ascension path, right? So it starts physically and becomes step by step more energy, and then it becomes more and more spiritual, etc., etc. So it's really ascension what we're talking about here. Yeah. And that's just a framework. And of course, you have all these different Qigong exercises that are either working a little bit more on the physical, like, stretching exercise, that sort of stuff. But that's what we're talking about. And so this is more of a vertical thing that we're looking for than a horizontal thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I get that.
So if you're in Tai Chi, for instance, and you're doing Tai Chi in its full potential way, is while you're moving sort of horizontally through a space, what you're actually doing is something vertically at the same time. So I hope this doesn't sound too abstract, but there's something larger going on here.
And you first want to experience the transformation, the different forms of transformation through this ascension path.
Absolutely, yeah.
And then you can apply that into your form
Absolutely.
For example.
Tai Chi is an expression of the same things,
Yeah.
but Tai Chi is a martial art, right?
Yeah.
Not a lot of people are per se into it for that, and it
Yeah.
does. You don't have to if you don't want to, but that doesn't mean you can still learn specific things that also make this martial art a very special thing and different than other martial arts, like more external martial arts. So same internal principles, and that's funny here. They help a martial art, but they also help your health. But they help. So it's sort of this martial aspect and the health, and they're all related. And it's beyond health, health also, but it's more of the spiritual self-development thing. What's going on here? Yeah. So it's a special thing. There's many reasons why people do it, but understanding this framework, is gonna get you there. Yeah.
So there is no Tai Chi without Qigong.
No. And Qigong is alchemy. So in order to understand it, you have to understand internal alchemy. You have to learn what is, you have to experience it. That's even a better word. And this is a framework that is step by step. There's nothing vague about it. Yeah. This has been handed down through generations, but not a lot of people have access to this information, how this actually works. And another thing that doesn't have to take too long to understand because, and this is very important, I tell this people all the time, we're not making up things here. These frequencies are already there. You're not just a physical being, right? You're an energy being. So these frequencies are there, and it's for us, also as teachers, to guide people through the experiences of all these layers, right? So, we're tuning into this frequency. So what's happening physically? Okay, so then we're tuning into the vital energy. Okay, we're tuning into the ball. We have this feeling. Okay, etc., etc. You guide people step by step through this, and then they know and they understand, and now they can apply it in whatever. And that's important. It's not only Tai Chi. No, could be anything. Yeah, could be yoga. Could be just for personal development. It's all about the truth about you in the reality where you're in.
Yeah, that's a big thing.
Sorry, I'm talking a lot.
And it's perfect. I mean, I love what you're saying. So what I was interesting, because now we're talking about Tai Chi and Qigong. So if I go through these transformations, and I apply that to my Tai Chi, what does that do to my Tai Chi? What kind of change will I feel doing my Tai Chi?
Yeah, good. Very, very good question. So that's more about. So let's explore in Tai Chi, right? So on the most foundation, let's start just at the foundation, okay? There's something very specific going on in the physical realm here, right? Different than we normally, go through our day, how we move, etc. We're looking for something more specific, something different here. And a lot of people, if they go into Tai Chi, they hope that it will relax them in some sort of way. I mean, that's why most people get into it. I'm pretty sure, right? It's some form of more skill about relaxation. So we're talking about a very specific thing here. We want to develop an elastic body first. That's the thing, and that's different than most of us have ever experienced in our lives. Yeah. Because we learn sports, we learn muscle things, but stretch and elasticity is something else. So that's the first thing we're doing.
Yeah, and I think relaxation for a lot of people, it means no tension in the body, no tension at any muscle. You just
it's weak, floppy. Yeah. And that's the risk when you look at these empty Tai Chi classes, is that they're moving in such a way that they're just relaxing without an open construction. Without an open system, without elasticity. And then sadly, I mean, that's a form of relaxation, but you put someone in a position like that for half an hour, right, in one of these positions they won't last that half an hour. They're screaming, right? At a certain point, they're like, "Oh, this is heavy. I'm not relaxed at all." No, because it's not the sort of relaxation we're looking for. We're looking for something different, right? We're looking to open the elasticity and then relax into that. And that process, we call that process Song, right? Song is the transformational, and that's the alchemy part here as well. We're going from one state to a relaxed state, and this process is what we call song, and that goes from relaxing the physical, you could say the tension, the physical tension, into this elasticity. And even if people would only understand that part of it, only this part, right? And we're down at the bottom now, right? That would improve their Tai Chi like crazy, because now you have a sort of ultimate workout. But because, now you
absolutely.
understand what real relaxation is about.
Yeah.
And that's something else. Yeah.
I think it's because I've been working on it as well, of course.
Sure.
And what I noticed and hearing you talk is like, it's the difference between like you kind of try to carry your body, or if your body is like open and stretched and it's like light. And there's such a difference, because I was kind of smiling when you mentioned just when I started training, and I remember one time you had a class and I joined, and standing there for a while, I was like in so much pain. and I was like, what am I doing wrong? My shoulders and my arms, and there is such a difference now. I have no problem standing for a longer time, because it's like there is this openness, and there is just, your body is carried by you. Yeah.
Awesome. I mean, openness, of course,
Yeah.
and you know the difference. And it's a very specific feeling, very specific thing that's going on.
Yeah.
And this sets up for all the levels that come after it, right? So this creates an openness, this creates a lightness, it creates a grounding as well, right? Because, the relaxation that can sort of fall through this open construction makes sure that you're grounding. Now we're going to explore the next step.
Yeah.
The next step is beyond the physical. Now we're going to the vital energy, right? It's still very much connected to the physical, but it's something else. We're tuning into a feeling. And now we're starting to work with this feeling. And in the Qigong process, of course, you're going to learn how to boost this energy, how to make more of this energy. But in the Tai Chi, you can start working with the feeling of this. And then you start moving this feeling around, or you're making this feeling large. How does that feel while you're doing your form, right? You implement that in the Tai Chi, and now, whoa.
Yeah, such a difference.
People are like, I love it when I do a form with someone, and then, we've done the form, and I turn around, I look at them, and they're like, wow. They're like, whoa, they're so large. They start filling the whole room, right? So that's sort of the next stage. We're going, and this is sort of the metaphysical thing. We're moving beyond this physical into this energy realm. But now we can learn the next one, and that's the first transformation, as we call it. We're moving that, and we're transforming that into Qi by slowing everything down. Yeah. And now the real Tai Chi starts happening. If you practice that first in the Qigong framework, I will repeat myself, and then you apply that into the Tai Chi. Yeah. And now, because this is written in the classics, you start moving the Qi, and then the Qi starts moving the body. And that's what now we're doing real good Tai Chi, but it doesn't have to end there even. No. We can go further than that. Right? You can open the mental body, start opening the mental body. So you see, you go from the physical to energy, mental body, connected to the 3 dungeons. That starts making sense, right? All this talk about dungeons in Tai Chi. Yeah, okay, you can talk about, your waist, etc., and that would be your dungeon, but it goes a little bit further than that, right? So you see, if you start first learning that in this framework and then start applying that in the Tai Chi, now it's going to be much easier. Yeah. And then we can even move beyond that. There are steps behind that. What is Tai Chi? Yeah, it's everything.
And it's beautiful. If you watch someone, you can so clearly see the difference.
Absolutely.
If somebody, like if you look at those Tai Chi masters, there are enough of them on YouTube, and you watch them. It's like they're flowing. It's like their movements are, Yeah, it's like
it's liquid,
liquid.
right? There's this fluidic quality to it.
Yeah.
And so this metaphysical thing slowly, step by step, starts to get you more into expansion, creating space, starts to get you into stillness deeper and deeper. So moving beyond ourselves, we can tune, and this sort of starts happening by itself when you start quieting down, and losing your body and moving into energy. Now we're slowly entering emptiness, right?
Yeah.
We're starting to come into emptiness, and now we're coming into the Wuji. Now we're coming into Akasha, as my teacher calls it. But this experience of sort of disappearing and coming underneath yourself, if you will, in this, everything I'm saying now is not going to make sense anymore. This experience, look at the Taoist influence. This Qigong is a Taoist thing. Tai Chi has this Taoist influence. What are these people looking for? Are they just looking for health? Are they just looking for relaxation? Well, that helps, of course. But it's much more than that. It's about you, the truth about you, because you start exploring and you've had that experience. I am this energy. Oh, I am this mental body. Oh, there is this emptiness. Yeah. You start understanding your relationship in this macrocosm, right? And that's what we're trying to do here. That's the full potential of what Tai Chi can offer you, is that you start moving through these layers. And that becomes a spiritual path as well. Of course, that is a spiritual path, right? Yeah. Cultivating the stillness.
Yeah. And it's absolutely, that's what it is. Well, I can only say, that's what it is. But it's so much about the experience, and you start to experience the world in a different way. That's
your reality just shifts. It's crazy.
It's such and that's hard to describe. It's something you need to do. You need to go through to really fully understand what it can bring to you.
Yeah, and this Qigong path, right? This Qigong exploring these frequencies, people, you have to understand that this doesn't have to take that long. We're not making something up here. These frequencies are already there. Yeah. Teachers like Didi and me, we try to help people find these frequencies, and then, if they have them, they have them because they're already there. You only have to tune into them and learn how to do that.
Yeah, and reconnect with them.
Yes.
That's probably, that's what it is. You know it, you've experienced it as a child, as you know it's there. It's just that you've been cut off from them, and now you want to reconnect with that frequency.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And if you're there, you're like,
Yeah.
Wow.
So now you understand these frequencies. You start applying them in your Tai Chi.
Yeah.
So every time when I teach this stuff, we're doing something in a form. We choose what we're working on. What level are we working on? What is the thing we're doing? Are we into the physical thing? Relaxing into stretch? Fine. Perfectly fine. Working on alignment, construction? Perfect. Then we done that, we say, okay, what do we choose now? What do we want to express now? We want to express this energy. Okay, let's first tune into the frequency of it. You know how to do that now because you know the framework. You've been training that. Yeah. Okay, let's do that, explore that. And now it becomes a different expression and a different experience altogether. Yeah. Right? Now let's do it from stillness. Let's explore this emptiness while we're doing it, etc., etc. And what happens? Every time I look around, over the time that I teach people, you see them change. Yeah. You see them transform. And that's why we're doing this. This is about transformation. So let's bring this back a little bit to the beginning. Let's say you're just mimicking this and you're missing all of this, what we're talking about. That's sad, right? Yeah. And so, but...
Well, then it's a nice hour of relaxation at that moment. But... maybe not more than that.
Right.
Which is
so learn the Qigong framework, and now I've helped many people with this. Some of them had been training longer than me, with the Tai Chi, and then they come and they're like, "Oh, I recognize something that you say. I'm missing something here." And what do? You take them through these transformations. They understand it now. Now they apply it, and they changed in a matter of hours.
Yeah.
It's just now their body understands it, and now it starts making sense to them. And now they can teach themselves at a certain point. It's like, okay, I know what to do. I know the steps. I can know how to apply this, and that's just the best thing.
Beautiful. And so always, it's so beautiful to see that transformation happening in people. Yeah. And in their lives, and so that was great. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
And I hope that was helpful for you too.
Yeah, absolutely. Hope it helps and gave you some more new insights. And
see you in the next one.
Okay. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.